Welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. Global economic instability will affect tech sector. The technical definition of a recession involves a fall in gross domestic product over 2 consecutive quarters, and many US business leaders are now predicting recession, seemingly due to the sharp decline in equity prices. The fact is, if business leaders really believe a recession is imminent, perhaps they will cut back on investment spending in a way that suppresses overall economic activity. Psychology matters. Elon Musk is even more pessimistic than most economists and Wall Street experts. The Tesla CEO said in a May 16 Twitter post, the US is probably already in a recession that will last anywhere from 12 to 18 months. There is fear of a recession growing. Macroeconomic factors will affect the tech sector, said Alphabet and Google CEO Sundar Pichai. Google and other major tech players in the US have continued to grow due to the COVID-19 pandemic. However, supply chain disruptions have cast a shadow over their business, and their stock prices have dropped sharply since the start of the year owing to the Russia-Ukraine war, China lockdowns, high inflation and interest rate hikes, resulting in big tech stocks nosediving. Alphabet stocks are down by 22% this year as tech companies are battered by the worldwide slump in the markets. Google definitely sees uncertainty ahead, like everyone else, Pichai was quoted as saying earlier this month. Snap, the parent company of Snapchat, is also slowing down on hiring this year. Pichai also pointed to the Russian invasion of Ukraine and monetary tightening by central banks around the world as concerns. Economies tend to have cycles, and the tech industry tends to have more volatile cycles, he said, noting that the industry was bound to be affected somewhat by political and economic instability. As business conditions worsen, Netflix has announced layoffs and Facebook parent Meta revealed plans to curb investment. Another concern is the accelerating fragmentation of the internet, with China shutting down many services originating in the US and Russia making similar moves after its invasion of Ukraine. Google and others have created services with 1 billion users worldwide over the past 20 years based on the promise of one net. Countries have to think about what is the best what they can protect the sovereignty of their citizens, Pichai said. I think it's equally important that countries benefit a lot from being connected to this global economy through the internet. Pointing to the March agreement between the US and the EU on the transfer of personal data, he added, I hope there are strong bilateral conversations as well as multilateral conversations with these things. As a company, we are one player in a more complicated ecosystem, but I think we plan to be constructive and engaging. Finally, what is the risk of recession? The reality is that there is a 100% probability of another recession down the road. The question is how soon? Most forecasts, including the experts from Deloitte Forecasts, suggest a low probability of a recession this year or even next year. Let's look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. Sarkar initiative gave new model to administrative system, says CM Naveen Patnaik. While reviewing the Sarkar initiative in different departments of the state government, Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik said that the Sarkar initiative of the Odisha government has given a new model to the state's administrative system. Patnaik advised all departments to include more and more people under the program and directed them to monitor on a regular basis. The initiative has brought a massive change in public perception towards government and government institutions. It has also been successful in building trust between the public and government. Apple sets a deadline for app developers for adding account delete option. Apple has sent out an alert to app developers to add an account delete option in their apps starting June 30, 2022. The feature was supposed to be initiated with app submissions starting January 31, 2022. However, Apple extended the deadline to help developers comply with the new feature. The new deadline has been announced by the company on its developer website. The company has also asked developers to comply with local laws when it comes to recording, storing and deleting personal data of users at a time of account deletion. India could play a role in shaping Metaverse, says Ajit Mohan. Meta has been spending disproportionate energy on India in the form of short-form videos, building the influencer ecosystem and helping small business get scale, and is particularly excited that the country could play a role in shaping the Metaverse, the next version of the internet. Managing Director at Meta in India, Ajit Mohan, said that the biggest bet the company is taking globally is in the form of short-form videos cooked and refined in India in the form of reels. CBI arrests ABIL Group Chairman Avinash Bhosale. The Central Bureau of Investigation arrested ABIL Group Chairman Avinash Bhosale in connection with a case of alleged corruption against Yes Bank founder Rana Kapoor and Diwan Housing Finance Corporation Limited. The agency had carried out searches at the premises of noted builders of the state on April 30 to further probe this aspect of the case. Premises of ABIL and Bhosale were also searched during the operation. Bhosale is a Pune-based businessman and top builder and is said to be close to top businessmen of Maharashtra. Zoho Corp invests Rs 20 crore in Genrobotics. The Chennai-headquartered global technology company Zoho Corporation has announced an investment of Rs 20 crore in Genrobotics, an Indian startup that builds robotics and AI-powered solutions for social issues such as hazardous working conditions. Zoho's investment will help Genrobotics to achieve its goal and eradicate manual scavenging in India. Genrobotics is a part of Make in India initiative of the Indian government, offering the Bandicoot robot, which assists in cleaning the sewer manholes, oily water sewers, sewer wells, etc. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.